Alrighty. Hello and welcome to live Candlepin Bowling, Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg. Try to do 12 games. Lane 10. The Bowmore has not been turned on yet. We'll let them know when it's time. Let's get it going. Squeaked in an 8. Humidity is high, so the floor is sticky. There we go, already. As Dennis Nezzo says, less and no more, so aim for the right. You'll probably hit that pin that's in the back on the left, and it could do some damage. Or completely do what it just did. And a week 7. Down the toilet we go. It appears the Great Collapse has already started. That's a 5. Really collapsing, a 3. Oh, wrong way. Wish that was ball 2. That's a 10, and here's the pathetic score at halftime. 8-7, 5-3, and a 10. We're only at 33. Larry Bird at the half, so this game is junk unless we mark. Hello, Ben and Tom. That may help. Need all the help we can get with this game. Hello, Scott. 2 I'll stinkle the bonus balls. Have double striked here several times before. After all, it's Putnam Street. Let's see what we can get. A good fill will fix the game. And I hit 10 by mistake. A strike. There we go. I think that's the 5th time I've ever done that here. Now, I have never, hello Ben, again. Now I have never ever triple striked. I have missed by 1 pin 3 times here. Can we do the first ever triple? Remember who tried. The king remains for the fill of 9. And stays there for 9. All right, something didn't add. That is correct. Not a 9 frame. Okay, the 33 became a 52 half. Suddenly this disaster of a game is actually pretty damn good, and we've already made the minimal. And I repeat this stuff because people jump in and out, and some people see this stuff for the first time. According to ICBA data on casual league bowlers, I put myself up to that tier. Casual league, they average between 80 to 100, and I've seen data that proves that fact. We're already at the 80 with 3 frames. Slick, but at least I got something. Not just plain stunk. Got an 8. Halfway to Worcester. Why not? Hair off, but it wasn't too bad. Wood giveth, wood taketh away. A week 7. Welcome to Putnam Street. I didn't think I would get the spare. Not that the ball went in the right place, which it did, but because of that off pin that went way off there. So it ends with El Stinko. El Stinko's a week 4. Wow, and we had a 23 after 4 frames. Suddenly, a double strike and a spare with a meh 4. That frame sucked. That sucked even worse. That just blows really bad. And a weak 1 right there. Still managed a 109. Thanks to the double strike. Oh, Mike. And now to see if my score matches. There's a random number between 50 and 120 that is chosen. If it matches my score, I win a free game. And, well, if the 109 isn't enough, I see we're back in the winning free games phase. Hello, Michael. From the UC. Or UK, or United Kingdom, or England, or that place across the pond.
All right, I'll see you. Oh, 109. Yep. Oh, nice. That was a good number to match, too.
All right, I just saw some stuff come up here. Oh, Bay TV man, do you have asteroids? Yes, I do. However, a few months ago moved into a new home. It has outlets that need to be changed out. And I just haven't had time between work and things that really need to get done to retrofit, but that is something on the schedule.
Here you go. You want me to just put it right here? Sure. Okay. Awesome. 109, not bad.
Now that I don't have crappy neighbors sharing a wall, I can do the arcade one-up thing again. Anyway, there's the free game that I just won. And a really crappy game that turned out to be a really good game, and a match. And I've matched the previous time I was here, so one of the 12 games ain't costing me a penny. And by the way, games won today cannot be used for today. Game 2. And only 1 per customer. So if I get another match, I can only use 1 of them next time. Always remember where we're bowling now. And if any of you are relatively new, this is known to be one of the easiest houses in Candlepin bowling. Legitimate too. And time for an El Stinko shot. What will the bonus be? Oh, it's better than I thought. Thought I had a reverse half whister left, but 9 of them fell. That's a 9 fill. No fire. I don't have a fire alarm collection. That one video I did was for people that enjoy fire alarms back when I lived in the apartment building that I lived in for 21 years. Anyway, 9 fill, ball 2, maybe a second spare. That one fell completely out of my hand. There's another I wish it was ball 2 moment. That's worth a 10. So far, and I jinx it every time I say it, and I'll do it again, got a perfect game going. In Candlepin, unlike 10-pin and even ducks, all you have to do is get at least a 10 in every frame to get a perfect game. 2019, somebody got the lowest possible perfect game score of 100. 10 frames, all 10s. No one has ever reached 300. The world record is 245. Held by Ralph Semb and Carl Sargent. Some people like to call him Chris. That's because for some reason I keep thinking Chris and I say Carl, and literally don't really notice that I do. Right, Tom? Little known fact, he really hates this game. He just plays it because he's good at it. Anyway, let's see if I can get this perfect game to keep going. My record is 7 frames of 10s or better. 8 and 9 fell apart with a pair of 8s, and then a 10 and 10. That was a 104 game. Brian's bowl away. Gad in the hay. Got lucky there. Remember the channel you're watching. Remember the main show. Watch me suck at bowling. Still a 9. That's an 8. Yep, hit the V right in the middle, and that's what I needed. So, halftime, we got a spare, and then a 10, the first ball knocking down 9 for the fill. 9-8 spare. We have a 56 with El Stinko to determine what the half will be. Oh, Putnam Street action saved that one. If that were Masons, I'd probably only get a 3 out of it. Double it, we get 6. So, yeah, that's a 61 half. Yeah, a little too far left there. Curse of the... Well, no, not a curse of the fill. We got at least an 8. Which makes for the bottom end of average at the very least. Which we are far from in the positive direction. Sort of flirting with the law blind, but was decently behind it for 9. Again, since there's people that are probably new to this, law blind, right there. Ball must make contact with the lane prior to crossing it. Otherwise, it's a foul. Little known fact, in every competition I've been in or watched, if the ball is ever so slightly past it, they tend to look the other way and say, lob didn't happen. 3 frames to get that many for minimum. Half whisters do not help. Yeah, it was too far off to deflect to the vertical pin, but we still got 9. Welcome to Putnam Street. The only good thing is the wood in the middle of the wreck there. Everything but the middle finger for now. Last frame, that many for that many numbers in the score. And as I always say, remember where we are. Since there's a high spot there and that wood's going to bounce around and we have to wait for it to settle, this is, in spite of being pretty much the world's easiest candlepin house legit, without using special sauce on the plate to make pins fall, proven many times. It's also the oldest, been around since 1880, although the lanes are not, these lanes are not from then. Everything was in reverse. That used to be the wall where you would bowl, and where we are were the pins. The middle finger again for another minute. Not as high scoring, but no stink frames. Yeah, Phil, but I mean, it was okay. $1.06. Played darts tournament at bowling alley. Check out the players that Candlepin bowling. They seem interested in. I hit a button and it's not going to react now. They seem interested in it. If this thing wants to sit now. Consistently wide was actually very good. Alrighty. Oh, we took long enough, it's already sending it to the computer. And if I got an 86, I would have won a second game today. But I'll take the 106. Game number 3. I guess that's a good start. Means 2 El Stinkos. Can we? I have never double striked twice in a session. Let's see if we can do that. The answer is no. It wasn't a bad ball, though. Well, I thought if I hit it around there, I was still a little to the left, I might have taken them both out. Instead, I took out nothing. Wood giveth, wood taketh away. 8 Phil. Eight it shall be. Screw twice. Nowhere near the 7 pin, as much as it looks like it was. Niner. Why you don't aim for the center, kids. Got a little lucky with the wood placement. I will not call it a dumb luck spare because I saw that as a possibility. Those are ones where I couldn't see it. El Stinko the bonus ball. What will this bonus be? Well, if it were Masons, that would have been ugly. El Stinko does stink for the leave. The 7 fill's not bad. That just barely stayed out of the gutter for 8, and that's halftime. Halftime got a strike, and then an 8, which happens to be the fill, then a 9, then a spare, and then an 8. The first ball knocking down 760. All right. Another 8. Break up the monotony, a 9. Ball, the pins like to stick up in the pit here, so yeah, if we see it, we'll get rid of it. And down the tubes we go with a 7. Three frames to get 5. Last one may not have been good. The work placement, baby. And it was off. Still work. There's the Fitchburg City Anthem. El Stinko the bonus ball. help to get us into a 300 triple. Actually, I've already hit that. El Stinko definitely stinks with the leave. 6 feels pretty good. So we're already at 306 for a triple. Still prophetic suck. That's an 8. Little Putnam Street help there. Middle finger for the 9. Not a bad game again. That front kind of sucked. Alright, so at 85, 95, 105, a 323 triple. Hey, for me, that's impressive. My high triple is 343 done here. Now it's time to play the match game. I already matched the first game. It was a 109. All right, let's see what our match is. If I got a 96, I would have won another free game. Of course, I'll take the higher number. Thank you, Ben. Every now and then, I get a false sense of security. Because then you know the next time I play at a hard place and, well, we saw how Masons went last time. We had a 104 for a second game, and everything was 80s except for 2 games that were in the 70s. All right, game number 4. I think the Candlepin bowling gods are asleep. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will this one be? El Stinko went halfway to Worcester, living up to its name with 2. And is everything okay? I kicked the stand there. And we knew a Curse of the Phil was due, and there you have it, a 6. So that pretty much made the spare pointless. I actually did go for the trick shot, and it worked. It was a little left, but it still worked. El Stinko the bonus ball again. El Stinko lives up to its name with one. No curse of the fill, the minimal 8. And a 9er, halftime report. Spare. Then a crappy 6, first ball knocking down 2. Then a spare. Then an 8. El Stinko only knocking down 1 for that fill. And a 9. We're at 46. Right in the middle of average skill, which is 80 to 100, according to official records. The middle finger for 9. Then that happened. Now we got the 4 horsemen. Well, I got the other one. I got the one I wasn't aiming for. Middle finger again stands for 9. Okay, that's one time Putnam Street action was not a good thing. balls. All right, which one should I aim for and miss? Miss the 8 pin and get 8. 2 frames to get 8, speaking of. Wouldn't matter. Niner. 9 to hit middle of average. There's the 9. And the king stands alone for 9. Now we're pretty much at where I normally get around here. Sucked. Good frame, sucky fill. It could have been well into the 90s. But 90 is okay. Alrighty. And let's see what our matching number is. Well, if I got, like I said, it goes from 50 to 120. If I got the minimum, I probably should quit, but I would have got a free game. Game 5. Hit the left, going to the right. Too far left. And we start with a lovely 4. Which is not the lowest frame of the day. Nines help rebuild. Need a lot of rebuilding. means it's now time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. It can right the ship. Well, that's asking for too much. Slipped out of my hand for a one. Oh, there's Bob Caleri. Let's see how much of him we can get rid of. Four horsemen reigned for 6, so this game is pretty much garbage at this point. Putnam Street saved that one for 8. Halftime. It's crap. We got 4-1, 9-2, spare and 3. Curse of the Phil is 6-4, but only the 1 from the first ball and an 8. We're at a rebuildable 38. Hello, Lynn. 38. Slowly going down the tubes. I got screwed. Got a 10. That helps. Double wood for the 8. Pretty much right in that small gap was where it had to go for the spare. Which means once again, El Stinko can probably wreck it. Or do a nice thing and wreck the rack. Everything dances around the king. Nice 9 fill. hit the stand again. Move it. There we go. Two marks in a row. Another garbage game that's turning out to be decent in the end, although not like game one. Another El Stinko, and another thing that's different in Candlepin is once I get rid of that pin that's sticking out in the pit, and there it goes, is unlike every other bowling, if you get a combination of spares and strikes 3 in a row, it's a turkey. And if you get 3 strikes in a row, it's just simply a triple, although still an accomplishment, a major one. Even in professional competitions, they make a big deal if you can get 3 of those in a row. El Stinko stinks for leaving Bob Caleri behind, this time his right side. 5 fill. Unfortunately, that lobbed, so then it went in the gutter, so either way, that doesn't... That would be 9. And that ball was B9. If it weren't for that stink frame right there, and that really crappy stink frame there with that horrible fill, we had another 3-digit game. But we got 99. Alrighty. Send that to the computer. Time to see what our matching number is. 74. I'd rather have a 99. Halftime game. Number 6. I got lucky, that slipped. There's the Fitchburg City Anthem again. That actually wasn't lucky, that was actually skill, that's a spare. Time for El Stinko. I'm giving it attention so it goes Hollywood and does bad. And bad it does. It's a 3. Curse of the Fill. That's 7. Double wood again for another 8. Got lucky there. Went where I had to, though. Halftime report. Just spared 1. Curse of the Fiddle, 7 and 2. First ball only knocking down 3. Then an 8, another 8, and a spare. We are at 46 without Stinko. Oh, goody. High-low jack. Although, how much more better could you have it set up? A plank behind the middle finger. 7 fill ain't too bad. Did they get a magnetic pin from Masons? No curse of the fill with a 9. And there's a 2 that even the professionals get. So now we got a new low single frame. Decent 9. 2 frames to get 7. We're at the minimum with the cracked 7. You could have not been any more just barely behind the lob line on that. The king remains, and this is the low game so far. Let's see, that sucked. That totally sucked. That frame stunk, and so did that. 89. Alrighty. Yes. If I got an 87, I would have matched again. Halftime, time to wet the towel. Apparently I did not wet the towel very well when I first came in. Roll in again. Came all the way back down the gutter. Yeah, they sometimes do. Alrighty, we're all washed. Game number 7 is ready to go. And if it seems like I'm rushing things a little bit, I am. Although the bowling part, I'm trying not to. But I am trying to move this part and the scoring part so that, because I got to work again tomorrow. So pretty much a 13-day work week. And I need the time. All right, game number 7. My hands were still wet. No wonder it slipped out. The only good thing is it's not the worst start. If it slips. go from the high-low jack with favorable wood to a lily with favorable wood. That one fell too. Another I wish it was ball two moment. So we get a 10. Niner. Another 10. Another barely behind the line. And that's an 8. Halftime report. Lovely 6 start, spread eagle, then a 10, then a 9, then a 10, and then an 8. 43. Figure I'd get the 8, but not a 10. That may have ruined it. That's a 3. Hit the wood in the gutter first, so that's 9. Unless we mark this is going to be a low game, but it still can be a good one. Need 6 to make the minimum. And this is the low one of the day so far with 9. At least we can say there aren't any stinkers on the sheet yet. Sucked. No marks, that doesn't help either. 83, the 3 doesn't help at all. Probably wet the towel a little too much. Yeah, let's see if we match again. Nope, I needed 100. This time it went high. Actually, it went high before. Game number 8. The wood saved it. Way too full. Means it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? El Stinko was not bad. That's an 8. And that does count because it hit fair wood first. This time it hit fair wood, then wood in the gutter. So long as the first point of contact is a fair standing pin or wood on the plate, anything that happens is good. King of the Palace had a couple weird ones where somebody shot a ball, hit a valid pin, and it went back and forth like 3 or 4 times in the gutter, out of the gutter, to knock the last pin down. So it's time for another El Stinko the bonus ball. Perfect game going because all pins have been knocked down so far. Stinko stinks for the leave, but there's a piece of... Oh, that piece of wood ain't in the middle. Well, actually, it's in front of the 8 and 9, so it's still useful. A 5. The king ruins the perfect game with a 9. That's why you don't aim for the middle, kids. I get the 8 though. Perfectly thrown for the spare, and before I hit it and have to sit through an animation, got a spare 1. Spare again in 2, first ball knocking out 8. 9 and 3, first ball knocking out 5. Then an 8 and a spare. We're at 60 with El Stinko to decide it. Almost similar, but less helpful. Another 5. 65 half. Similar outcome. Ball a little more to the right. Another spare. Another El Stinko. Let's see what happens. A very nice 9. Yeah, the ball can't be there. All right, 3 frames to get 7 to hit 100. Decent 8. Got by it. Another El Stinko. So we shot the low game so far, last one. This is the high one. Let's see what El Stinko does with this. El Stinko lives up to its name with 3. Consider where we are. We reached Cinderella status. I can't talk. For 8. And a Cinderella game. Pretty much most of the fills were kind of crap, except for that 8 and the 9 fill. They're both $1.22, a professional score. Maybe on the low end, but hey, 120 is Cinderella. So we got a Cinderella. And there's no way we were going to match because the maximum is 120, minimum is 50. So any score over 120 or any under 50, you're not going to match. You're not going to play the number game there. So that's a given, no match there. Game number 9. That's the only sacrifice of a game higher. Yeah, I remember that Rockin' the Gauntlet. And the ironic thing is Simon Malls now have 0 issues with people recording video. They might stop and ask what you're doing, but it's perfectly fine now. Game 9. That is the most interesting spread eagle I ever saw. It's a spread eagle with a nuke hitting it. Again, if that were only ball 2, but we got 10. Held on that way too long for now. Wouldn't have mattered. There's another spare that could have happened but didn't. There's like about 2 feet or 2/3 of a meter between the two pins. That's an 8. One ball, it keeps slipping out of my hand. That's a 10. There's an animation, so I'll start before I start that. 10 and 1, 9 and 2, 10 and 3, 8 and 4. Here are the alternating 10s again. Again, 10 and 5, 47. Here we go. Boy, I suck exactly the opposite direction than I threw it in. That's a 7. Too much wood, good thing the ball rode the pin up. 10. Putnam Street took that dead ball and turned it into a spare. Perfect shot, but anywhere else, those 3 would still be standing. Time for us to tinkle the bonus ball. Let's see what the bonus is. The bonus is Bob Caleri. Al Stinko stinks for the leaf with a 5. Bob Caleri's middle finger for that. All right. I need 2 to hit middle of that. and a weak 7. Crappy frame, crappy fill, decent result. Crappy frame there. 95, which isn't so crappy. I wish I could do this at Mason's. Then imagine what I could be doing here. Alrighty. See if we match. No, we don't. We needed a 117. 3 away from the absolute high that you can match. 10. Yes, it is. Number 10. Almost finished the dozen. Welcome to Putnam Street. That's pretty much all it would have done. Then I get a gift. It was possible, but hey. Won't call it dumb luck, because that was a possibility, just didn't think the way everything was moving that it actually would have happened. Anyway, El Stinko time. Let's see what El Stinko does. El Stinko was too much in the center. The wood's the only thing that saved it. The 7 fill isn't bad. Nine. They're slippy. Well, that's all I could have done. Niner. Not to say I wish it was ball 2. If I hit the wood more towards the left, it probably would have worked. Probably. Anyway, that's a 10. Before we put it in the scoreboard and sit there in animation, we got a spare and 1, 10 and 2. First ball knocking down 7. Pair of 9s and another 10. We're at 55. Shaping up to be beautiful. Lovely 6. And we hit 8. That wasn't the way I saw the 9 happening, but it happened. That's good night. Decent 9. All right, need 3 to hit middle of average. Now I need 3 to hit 3 digits. Let's see if El Stinko can do it. 8'll do. Yeah, after the rotten luck we've been having, I guess the bowling gods need to take a day off, you know? Let me actually win some. In spite of that really crappy frame there. 105. Okay, there it goes. If I hit the maximum for the match, the 120, I would have won a free game. So, game number 11. Start with 9. Welcome to Putnam Street. That was a layup. Even I could have done it. Anyway, it's time for Earl Stingle the bonus ball. Let's see what it gives us. Oh joy, the reverse half Worcester for 8. So easy to get when 8 of its other friends are there. So much harder when they're by themselves. Stingle stinks for that. Yeah, with a full rack, that's easy to do. The 8. Another 8. Come on, it's Putnam Street. Those should happen more often. Now that being said, halftime, 9, a spare, an 8, which happens to be the fill for said spare. Then another 8 and a strike. So far we're 53 with 2. I'll stinkle the bonus balls. We've double striked today again, so I think that's 5 times I've done it here. Never done it twice in a single session though. won't happen. Yeah, if the Putnam Street gods showed a little love and had it slide a little more southerly, we would have had a spare. Still a 9 fill. 62 half. And a 10. That was a lucky strike. That was a Putnam Street strike. Once again, trying for a double. The first time ever, if I can do it again, that I've done it more than once in a session. And there it is. For the first time ever, more than one double strike in a single recording session or live stream. Once again, 2 El Stinkos. Once again, another chance. Never have I got a triple. Oh wait, that would have been another double. I might not have remembered that correctly there. That was a 10 and then a strike, and now 8 fill. And that's all we're getting. 2 frames to get 2 to hit 3 digits. And week 6, I screwed up. I rather lowball the score. That way I know I got at least something. Comes the great collapse. This ends well, but it's evident 2 crappy frames in a row, we have a great collapse on us. Very sucky 2 frames to end it. 111. And now I got to see what our friends at MGM Springfield are saying. First, let's see what our potential match is. 86 to match, 111 our score. All right. 3 to 2 odds, 80-89. 4 to 1, below 80, the great collapse, the big whimper. 7 to 1 in the 90s. 11 to 1, very favorable, 100 or higher. Let's see who's gonna win big at the casino on this one. Start with minimal acceptance. That is a 9. Ball 2 just dropped in the gutter when it hit the pin. As Dave Madalis says, when you get a spare off a half Worcester, it's pretty when it goes. Let's see if El Stinko, the bonus ball, will be a pretty El Stinko. Hopefully in the good sense. Helicopter behind everything. El Stinko does what it does best. That's a 3. And that is a 10. Total bowling gods, what I think of them, flipping me off. That's a spare. Halftime, 8, 9, spare. 10, first ball only knocking down 3, and another spare. We got 50 with El Stinko to settle what the halftime is. Let's see what we get. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. El Stinko's a week 4, so 54 half. Couldn't have done anything else. Yeah, decent 9 out of it. Yikes. I kind of jinx it when I tell you how the play goes up close and personal. Gotta hit that piece of wood in the middle. Nope. A decent 9. 3 frames to get 8. How did I let that bad stumble of an approach happen? Well, 9. Here's another ugly one. Lucky 8. Oh, we need 1 point and the 4-1s win it. And that's a 9. And that's so I get all 4 balls back. They haven't been coming. And there's number 4. No crappy frames, but crappy fills. And we got a 98. Now the question is, let's see, let's press yes. See if we match. One final time. The answer is no, and I got 3 points too many. But you know what? That's okay, because over here, we did win one. And that's me tripping over that thing because I was literally next to it and didn't pay too much attention because smart thing to do, so we don't do it. So that'll be it from Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Mass. Georgia 551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.